Right now, though, just a bit of an update on something we spoke about yesterday. It was the story of Pete McLeave. Now, Pete was diagnosed with myeloma, which is a type of blood cancer. We played you this clip of his son, Maxwell, reading a letter that he's written encouraging people to consider becoming stem cell donors.
My dad has myeloma, which is a blood cancer that I really don't want him to have. I really want you to help Pete, my dad, beat his blood cancer by registering to be on DKMS's stem cell donor list. If my dad doesn't find a stem cell match, he will only have 7 more years with me, and I want lots more.
I'm delighted to say that Pete McLeave joins us on the line now. Pete, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well, really good to have you there. And I'm really pleased we can talk to you as well, because I made a bit of a blunder yesterday when we were talking about this story, and I said, I'd happily get on the stem cell donor register, but I didn't think I could do it because I'm 40 years old now. And having done a bit of research, it turns out that actually DKMS will take you up to the age of 50. So I've registered. My donor pack is in the post, and it sounds like the publicity that you guys have been getting, I'm not alone. These websites have been inundated with people doing something similar.
No, absolutely. I mean, DKMS will actually take you to 55, so you're proper spring chicken in the grand scheme of things, Steve. So that's wonderful. But the website crashed twice in the aftermath of last weekend's sort of media coverage, which was fantastic. And the original campaign of 10,000 donors was very much that. It was an arbitrary number, but we wanted to really raise awareness and hit that figure. And in the first 5 months of the campaign, so I started in September last year when I started to feel a bit better, we got about 5,000 people signed up. But after last weekend, thanks to the BBC and certainly my son Max, it went through the roof. We're now near 20,000,
wow.
And that's in the space of 5 days. So people have been absolutely fantastic, and I know the website crashed, but it was for good reason. So it was just wonderful.
Yeah. So you were on the BBC Breakfast Sofa on Sunday morning. Just to explain the myeloma to me and the need for stem cell donors. So what is it that you and the charity are looking for amongst these 20,000 people that might ultimately save your life?
It's basically a genetic match. So everyone's got immune cells in their body. It just happens to be that with myeloma, mine are compromised somewhat. So that leads to a very weakening of the bones. I mean, I broke my back in 3 places just over a year ago, and it leaves you very much open to infection. So you've got a very healthy immune system. If I can find a genetic match, and people in my position can find a genetic match of the same immune cells in someone else's body, you can effectively replace my immune system with yours, and that will keep the myeloma or other blood cancers in check for much, much longer than the 7-year projection that I have. So it's, I think I've mentioned before, but there's only 2% of the UK population on that stem cell register right now, which is why such things like talking about it on the radio and letting people know is so important, because if we can up that, then it means that should people need a stem cell transplant in the future, the technology and the actual stem cells are there and ready and waiting for people who need it. Excuse me.
And bear in mind that I'm somebody who thought that I'd be no use because I was past the age of 30, so I might be wrong here. But as I understand it, the process of registering, you get sent out just like a kind of cotton bud which you swab your cheek with, send that back, and that then gives the people enough data that they can store your profile online. And then if somebody comes to them like yourself with your kinds of complications, they can check that register and see then if someone like me might be able to help someone like them out. Absolutely,
it is that simple. I mean, and again, it's something which, when people understand how simple it is, it's not invasive, it's not painful. It literally is. It costs you nothing because this stuff gets sent to you in the post. But the ramifications of you doing that are absolutely huge. So it gives me great hope that the more people we talk to and tell them about this, that they will engage with this. They'll go to either 10,000donors.com and the DKMS website and just ask for their pack to be sent. Spend the 3 to 4 minutes swabbing your cheeks. It really is a cotton bud in the mouth. Put it back in the prepaid envelope and then send it back, and that's you done. And the chance of being called up are very, very slim. But by signing up, you are improving the chances of everybody who needs this sort of treatment.
And am I right in saying, Pete, that this has all happened to you? Was this just after the Weymouth Ironman a couple of years ago?
It was just after Ironman Wales where I initially got diagnosed, and it sort of descended rather quickly from there. So after finishing the race, I ended up in hospital with pneumonia, sepsis, and Legionnaires, and subsequent to that, got the diagnosis. But Weymouth last year was a real milestone for me. It's something which I really didn't think would be possible. I'd been in the Christie Hospital, had a number of sort of rounds of chemotherapy, but through hard work and support, I found myself in a position where I thought, you know what, this could be a real sort of kick, something I could do to give it a bit of a kick in the backside, where you can say, actually, I'm not going to be beaten by this. And when the opportunity to do the relay in Weymouth came along, it was just too good to turn down. And it was almost me saying, 2 fingers up to myeloma. You're not going to beat me, and people like me like this. And it was absolutely fantastic day. Because I remember that the weather was awful, but at the end of the race, it was beautiful and sunny. So the swim conditions were terrible. The sun at the finish line, which is fantastic, and I love Weymouth. So it was a real sort of return to form for me.
I remember images of the very choppy sea, and then, as you're right, the sun at the finish line. Well, look, like I say, I've having been wrong, I've held my hands up. I've been to dkms.org.uk, put my details in. I think the swab's in the post, and what I'll do is I'll do that on the radio when it arrives, just to prove that I've done it and send that off, and hopefully others will join me, and we can help people like you out.
It's just brilliant. I can't thank you enough for engaging with it and for registering. So we're one more person in now. You've done that to sort of improving all our chances. So it's hugely appreciated, Steve. Thank you.
Nice to have you there. Pete McCleave, live with us on BBC Radio Solent this Thursday morning.